Many moons ago, a certain police officer by the name of Martin Riggs hooked up his pickup truck to a house on stilts, hit the gas, and pulled an entire house down. In this slightly exaggerated scene from Lethal Weapon 2, Mel Gibson's character is behind the wheel of a sweet black dually pickup, specifically a 1989 GMC Sierra 3500. That was, and still is, one badass truck. It could be had with a thundering 454 cubic inch V8 that is considered one of General Motors' most impressive truck powertrains ever. But times change, and that truck is more than 30 years old today. Fortunately, GMC hasn't been resting on its laurels. Just the opposite, in fact. Which brings us to today's empty garage beauty. But before we get to that, we would appreciate it if you would click the subscribe button below. Thank you. So what exactly has GMC cooked up as a proper descendant of a truck that can pull down a house? How about a 22-foot-long, dual rear-wheeled, Vader chromed and leather-lined brute, otherwise known as the 2024 Sierra Heavy-Duty Denali Ultimate. It's an all-new model that can happily replicate that Lethal Weapon 2 scene, all while heating, cooling, and massaging your keister in the literal lap of luxury. Would Riggs be jealous? Probably not, but we are. Now, the Denali Ultimate is not the only 4th-gen Sierra Heavy Duty that has been updated for 2024. The entire lineup receives a front-end makeover. The standard gas motor gains a new transmission. There's more technology than ever, and there's a sweet AT4X variant on the horizon. All of which is nice. But the Denali Ultimate is the biggest, baddest Sierra GMC has ever built. It's all new for 2024, and we want one. For starters, take in the presence this truck has just standing still. In 3500 crew cab long bed dually form, the 2024 Denali Ultimate is the definition of American pickup truck awesomeness. The monstrous front grille is slathered in chrome that extends down to the front tow hooks and lower fascia. The big, blocky GMC logo is finished in Vader chrome and can be illuminated for an extra $900 or so. A pair of hungry-looking functional nostrils sit atop that grille to feed a beastly motor that we'll get to momentarily. New LED headlights and taillights signal your approach with a slick animation sequence. Move around to the side and bask in the glory that is 22 feet plus of heavy-duty pickup truck. Now, step in close to examine that front fender badging. A work of art all by itself, this giant Ultimate emblem has a topographical map of Mount Denali in the background. Walk around back and stop for a second to revel in the wonder of 4 rear wheels. With giant fenders to keep all that rubber contained, the dually is an automotive marvel that you can't help but stare at. Or at least I can't. Want to get into the big rear bed and have a look around? Well, you can lever yourself up using any of the 4 integrated bed steps. But you know what would be better? Using the Multi-Pro tailgate, a regular Swiss Army knife of a truck rear end. It will literally open 6 ways to Sunday, including into a workspace, a giant step, or just a sweet bench. And for you tailgaters out there, fire up the Kicker audio system that is integrated into the tailgate, lean back and enjoy dazzling passerbys with the staggering specs of your Denali Ultimate, all of which we're frothing at the mouth to share. The crowning achievement of this 2024 GMC heavy-duty spec sheet is the 6.6-liter Duramax turbo diesel V8 sitting up front. Mel Gibson's 3500 may have had the displacement advantage, but he would be drooling over the output figures of his modern motor. For 2024, GMC has fitted a new, more efficient turbo that helps generate 25% more low-end torque. Revised cylinder heads feature upgraded cooling jackets. An overhauled combustion system within those heads boasts next-generation higher-flow fuel injectors with more pressure. The engine controller is new. The engine braking system has a more potent turbo vane actuator and uprated valve springs. And the exhaust brake performance has been modified to improve towing control. In other words, GMC went nuts, and the results speak for themselves, with 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque at just 1,600 RPMs, all of which is lashed to an Allison 10-speed automatic. We know, Ford's current Power Stroke is even more potent. In fact, you should go check out the video we put together for that Super Duty spectacle, as it's a truck we really love. But that doesn't diminish how incredible this new Sierra Duramax is. Surely GMC could have dialed up the torque to an even 1000, but perhaps they decided, for the first time in recorded American pickup truck history, that it was better to not focus on the endless output arms race. I mean, this 2024 unit is no slouch. When properly equipped, it can tow a healthy 36,000 pounds and carry just about 7,300 pounds of payload. Our 3,500 four-wheel drive dually long bed example tips the scales at more than 4 tons. Did we mention it's as long as a 2-story house is tall? So yeah, it's a serious truck no matter the competition. And we haven't even gotten to the cabin, a space that truly fits the ultimate billing. As the exterior is covered in chrome, the interior is laden with leather, and wood, and aluminum, and all the creature comforts. These Denali Ultimate models sport an exclusive Alpine Umber cabin design that looks the ultra-luxe hunting lodge part. Full-grain leather with plated contrast stitching wraps the seats, the door panels, and the grab handles. Up front, Mount Denali Summit is rendered in an embossed topographical map on the seatbacks, which are also heated, ventilated, and ready to massage your backside. They also adjust not just 6 ways to Sunday, but 16 ways. Open pore Paldau wood, otherwise known as Pacific walnut, looks fantastic inlaid on the doors and across the passenger side dashboard. It too features a topo map of Denali via laser etching. In case you were wondering, Mount Denali is the highest point in North America, and this is the ultimate model. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like GMC is trying to tell us something here. The headliner and pillars are coated in micro suede. Real aluminum accents are scattered throughout. Beefy Denali Ultimate badges grace the seats and center console. The rear bench is heated, the sunroof is standard, a heated steering wheel awaits the winter, and the grills for the 12-speaker Bose Centerpoint audio system look sharp in stainless steel. Of course, this being a modern truck, it's a regular screen bonanza in the new Denali Ultimate. Analog gauges are a thing of the past, replaced by a configurable 12.3-inch digital interface. Projecting all the details just beneath your line of sight while driving is a 15-inch color head-up display. And over on the center stack is a big ol' 13.4-inch infotainment touchscreen with Google built in. And let's not forget the digital rearview mirror, which brings up the trailer tech discussion. Because although the 2024 GMC Sierra heavy duties are flat-out luxury liners, the average sane person wouldn't buy one unless you plan to be hauling gear and trailers on the regular. With a loaded bed and no trailer, that digital rearview mirror gives you full visibility of what's out back, which comes in handy when maneuvering a land yacht of this dimension. And when you are hooked up to haul, GMC's pro-grade trailering system is better than ever. It offers up to 14 different camera views like a hitch close-up, a bed view, a rear side angle that displays how long your trailer is to help with lane changes, inside the trailer, top down from the front and back, all the way around surround view, and even an upside down inside out angle. Okay, that last one may not be available in all areas, so contact your local dealer for more details. One of the more exciting towing tricks these heavy duties offer is called transparent trailer view. It'll stitch together several different camera angles and display a see-through image on the central touchscreen so that you can literally see what's directly behind your giant fifth wheel camper. Pretty cool. If, in your excitement to hit the road, you forget how much the trailer, truck, food, kids, dog, fishing rods, propane tanks, charcoal grills, bikes, ice, and cases of beer weigh, a new GCW alert is ready to help. It'll notify you when you've exceeded the truck's gross combined weight rating and are headed into Carolina squat territory. And how about the adaptive cruise control tech that now accounts for the additional drag and braking distance required when towing? It's not quite hands-free driving, but it is a big help on the open road. The 2024 GMC Sierra 3500 Denali Ultimate has an obscenely long name, but that's okay. It's an obscene truck. And by obscene, we mean freaking amazing. Which brings up the logical question of how much such obscenity will require of your checkbook. Well, in our fully loaded fantasy, this pinnacle of the Sierra lineup starts at a bit over $101,000. But in the interest of going big or going home, we say load her up. There aren't too many options for the Denali Ultimate, but the $1,100 White Frost Tri-Coat paint job seems like a good idea. And of course, we need illumination for the leading GMC emblem and door sills for an extra $1,000. Add it all up and you can spend nearly $104,000 on the new Sierra Heavy Duty, to which the folks here at the Empty Garage say, send it in.